the Opubco studios at Britton and Broadway, this is OSU Football with Brandon Chapman. I'm Jenny Carlson. Brandon, one of the guys that OSU lost, one of the few guys that lost off its offense from last year, is Brandon Pettigrew. He's now playing in the NFL. What do the Cowboys do to try to replace some of the things that Brandon brought to that team last year?
Well, I mean, you don't replace Brandon Pettigrew. He's an NFL first-round draft pick. He went to the Detroit Lions, and he's a guy you simply don't replace with one man, but they seem like they're pretty happy with some of the young guys. The guy who looks like he might be in position to start right now is Jamal Mosley. Coach Mike Gundy has said a lot of positive things about Mosley. It seems like he's been having a pretty good preseason camp. And then you have Wilson Yeoman, who's also in the mix with Jamal Mosley. And then you have two redshirt freshmen in Cooper Bassett and Justin Horton. And I think between those four guys, they should be able to kind of replace Pettigrew's catching ability as well as his blocking ability. But you might also tip off the defense just a tad, just because you're bringing in different guys who have different strengths. Whereas with Brandon, you know, you could just leave him in, and he was excellent at everything. So.
Well, I was going to say the one thing that I think that he took the most pride in was his blocking ability. Does some of the now that fall on the offensive line to be a little bit more conscientious of that, or do they feel like that's something that may be harder to make up for than, like you said, those catches that are out there?
Yeah, I think that ideally might be a little bit harder to replace, because they're kind of in a position with Brandon where they could have brought him in. You know, he makes the blocks. They don't know if they're going to run or pass, just because in a lot of situations Brandon was so good, he was almost like another offensive lineman out there. Now you're in a situation where you kind of bring in a blocking tight end, and you know the defense kind of knows what the plan is. So that might be the toughest thing they're going to have to deal with, but fortunately their offensive line has three veterans that are pretty good, and they're pretty happy with their offensive line at this point.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.